Hello, Whitefish Bay Middle School. Hope this finds you doing well on this chilly November morning. Two very unrelated topics that I wanted to discuss with you this morning. The first one is that I think, like many organizations and really, frankly, people around the world, the pandemic really has forced us to ask some really deep introspective questions of ourselves. I know here at the middle school, it really called on us to ask, what are we all about here? What do we value? What's the most important work that we should be doing to support our kids for them to be as successful as they can be? And so we've been really sitting with those questions. And while we have a district level focus plan that helps guide our work, we really have recognized the need to really articulate a clear mission, vision, and core values specifically for our middle school community. And we've already started to do some of that work. We've been pulling together focus groups of students at all three grade levels. We did this with our staff. Next week, I'll be going over to the high school and doing it with some high school students. But the next group of people that we really want to engage in some conversation are our parents and families. So I'd like to invite you to join us for a couple different sessions, two different opportunities, and I hope that you might be able to make one of them. This will be November 15th and 18th. At 6 p.m. here in the middle school. And essentially what we're doing is we're just creating mixed groups of families to talk about four really essential questions to us that will help guide our articulation of a vision, a mission, and a set of core values for our school community. And we're hoping to have a group of families that represent the rich diversity of our school community. And so I'm hopeful that you'll consider joining us. I'm going to drop in this Thursday folder email a link that if you are interested to just put your information and let me know which of those two nights you would be available, and then I'll reach out to you with further information. But please consider joining. I think it's really important that we have as many stakeholders as a part of this conversation as possible. So thank you in advance for your willingness to participate. The second item I wanted to talk about was just around getting to school and out of school safely. This continues to be an area that just worries me, as the safety of your kids is the most important thing to me. And I announced this to the kids yesterday, but I want to share it with families as well, of some things that I think we could all be doing to help keep our kids more safe as they're coming to and from school. The first one is just being aware of vehicles at all times, and that means in front of school, but frankly it's all over the community. It's sweet but dangerous to see a group of 10 kids riding down the street together on their bikes. So just being really aware of traffic rules, of where vehicles are, and obeying traffic signs, again, everywhere that we are in the community. Second is to, especially in the proximity of school, if you are on your bike, to be walking your bike through the crosswalk. We do have a teacher who helps remind kids of this out here on the corner, but that really should be any of the corners around school in high traffic areas for kids to be just jumping off their bikes and walking them through the intersections. That just will hopefully help us prevent a few more close calls from happening. The last piece is that kids should always be using the crosswalks when they're crossing the street and not just jumping out in the middle. You've probably seen me out here in the morning bellering at kids to make sure they're going down to the crosswalk. That needs to be true all along here. One thing that I could ask families to do that would really help in this is don't pick your kids up right out in front of school if you can. Designate a different spot, even if they've got to walk a half a block or a block away. That will really cut down on the number of kids that are just popping out here into the middle of the street, or it'll cut down the traffic that passes by Henry Clay here in the morning and in the afternoon. But if you do need to pull over by the tennis courts, tell your child, hey, go down to the crosswalk, cross there, and then come up to our car. Don't just jump out in front here. So we're going to continue to work on this in the spring. I mean, right now our bike ridership is starting to decline. In the spring, once it starts to pick back up again, we have some ideas of how we can kind of help teach our kids and remind them again of proper bike safety protocols as well. But again, it really takes the whole village to help support this. So thanks for your help in this and talking with your kids about getting to and from school safely. All right, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.